Cougs again. It's a 6-day break from them.
Yep, kind of the same scenario as last year. So just got to make sure you don't let those guys get going. They're a very good offensive team, and Franks can really score. He's as good a scorer as there is in the league. So it'll be really important that defensively we're ready to play.
When they get running, I mean, they want to kind of get out there and get you going and switch up kind of what you guys have been doing lately and kind of get you going more their pace.
You know, they like to get up and down, and they, like I said, they can really score. And they shoot a lot of threes. So hopefully, we'll be able to get back and put our defense together. They got some transition baskets against us at their place, so we're going to have to do a better job there.
Does it help not having to do as much scouting, or do you have to treat it like as if it was 3
It's the same for them as it is for us. We'll go over their stuff again. Quick turnaround here today and tomorrow. We took yesterday off, and so hopefully the guys got some sleep and ready to go today and travel tomorrow already. So it's a real quick turnaround.
Everybody's building this up that it's going to be just completely wide open. Does it feel that way to you?
Oh, they say that every year, don't they? I don't know if that's to pique interest or what, but Washington is 15-3, so that says something. But I do think there are a number of teams. Colorado's playing really good, and Tad's done a great job bringing them along, so they're playing good. Oregon State's lost some close games, but they're playing pretty good. Utah's scoring baskets. Arizona State, after our game, finished strong. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of teams. Obviously, the top four seeds have it easier. You only have to play 3 games, but I think there are a lot of teams potentially that are talented enough to win it. And there's not a dominant team. Washington won a lot of close games, so it's not. Arizona last year won the league and kind of dominated the league. This year it's a little bit tighter, I think.
Your defense is playing really well. How much different is it from when you started the season with Bull? And just kind of what was the changes you had to make to get here?
Well, I think, the biggest thing is we're just, when you watch the film, we're not making nearly as many mistakes. I mean, yeah, we are playing a little harder, but I think part of that's coming from confidence that, guys are where they're supposed to be. It's kind of hard to play hard if you're not sure where you're supposed to go. But our talk and our communication, and even when we mess something up, guys are covering up because, they know what the guy's doing that's messing up. So, it's just a little bit too late. I wish we'd figured this out a while ago. The communication is so important. But defensively, we have, really flown around. I wanted to say people just shot it bad against us, but man, all those shots were contested, and we do have some length. When we start the big lineup, we got a lot of length. Miles comes off the bench. He's a really good defender. He's as good a one-on-one ball defender as we've had here in a long time. So we got a lot of length, and we are contesting shots pretty good, I think.
There wasn't any schematical major changes?
No, we haven't.
Just fit guys.
We haven't changed anything, so it's kind of the same old look for a lot of years. It's just execution, and trying to get things going. But no, we haven't. If you've watched us play over the years, same thing.
Fair to say you guys may be better suited now than you were a month ago for the potential of 3-4 games, just because all 9 of those guys you could probably throw out there if you needed to for 20-22 minutes rather than kind of having more. Beginning of the year you had more 2 guys.
Well, first thing, we're healthy. We went through a stretch there where Kenny was out, and Paul sprained his ankle at Arizona State, and he didn't play much. I was watching the Washington games, getting ready for this weekend, and Paul didn't play much. So we're as healthy now as we've been, so that helps, and we've got 9 guys that we feel comfortable with. Miles has made great progress, so he's playing good. Francis is playing good, so we're as deep now and as healthy as we've been. So, but it doesn't matter. Depth doesn't matter if you don't win the first one. So we've got to go find a way to win that first game, and then if we're fortunate enough to play a second game, then you hope the 9 guys is relevant.
What's the excitement level going into the tournament after you come off 4 wins, like in the locker room?
Oh, kind of hard to tell with our team. They're a pretty quiet bunch, but you know, I think they're feeling pretty good. You know, I think there's a lot more confidence that, you know, if we play a certain way, that we have a good chance to win. I mean, you know, going on the road and holding Washington to 47 and out-rebounding by 9. The only thing we didn't do out of our equation, we had too many turnovers and we didn't hit free throws, you know. But to do those two things, and, you know, if you put free throws and handle the ball together, you know, you can play with anybody. And our team's talented enough defensively and on the boards to do that. And so, again, we've got to do some things offensively, like, what did we have, 15, 16 turnovers. We had 10 the first half against Washington. Just bad turnovers, you know, just got to be stronger with the ball. And we go 7 for 17 from the line, 2 front ends, 1-1s. You can't go 7 for 19 from the line, you know, and win conference tournament games. So, you know, we got a lot of things to clean up, a lot of things to work on, but defensively and on the boards, you know, I hope we can keep that same effort and get some of the same results.
Do you talk to guys about needing to win 4 to get in the tournament?
You worry about Washington State. It's real simple. You worry about 4, you don't get out of 1. So it's all about Washington State, and hopefully, you know, we can advance. We've been fortunate in our other teams, you know, have listened to that, and, you know, we've had a little success. So, you know, I hope our guys are only thinking about Wednesday, because if not, you're packing your bags and you're heading home real early Thursday morning.
With all the tournament success you have had over the last few years, are there any words of advice for your teams you've found over the years that really seem to resonate every single year you kind of go back to?
Just Washington State, your first game. You know, I mean, you just got to break it down, and, you know, if you look at the whole week, you know, you just kind of get overwhelmed. 4 games, but you got to worry about Wednesday night. And if we're fortunate enough to win Wednesday night, then we'll worry about Thursday night. And so, you know, it really, I try to keep that focus. Tell all my coaches, you know, we don't even talk about anything but one game. And hopefully, you know, our players will think that way, because people around them say, well, you got to do this, you got to do that. None of that happens unless you win the first one, you know, so try to keep them focused in on that.
Is that where you feel being a quiet group kind of can help them, that they're able to drown that out a little bit more this time of year?
Oh, that I don't know. I'm not making any predictions what they're thinking or, you know, how they're feeling. But no, I think they'll understand where we're at. You know, I think they'll understand what we've got to do. And like I said, none of that can happen unless we go in there and lock in on that first one. And, you know, I just need to remind them about last year. We played Washington State. And we didn't play well. I think we went 8 for 18 last year from the free throw line in the first game. You know, it just darn near cost us. So we're going to have to get ready to play.
Francis has received a lot of credit for the last 4 games. So how much has Peyton meant to the team on both ends?
Well, you know, Francis's energy, but Peyton, you look at his stats the last 5 games. Wow. I mean, no, absolutely. He's played awfully well the last 5 games. I really feel good for him, because he struggled there for a while, and you know, but for him to fight back the last 5 games. We all were bad against USC. I mean, we just didn't play good. But since then, you know, the last 5 games, we've had one bad half. But Peyton's played hard. Peyton's played well, and you know, Francis's energy, but Peyton's played really good. You're right.
Was there any surprise that he wasn't even honorable mention?
Well, I was disappointed for him. You know, but you only got 5 guys on the defensive team. Kenny gets all the recognitions because of his blocks, but Peyton, the last 5 games, I think he's had 15 steals in the last 5 games. You know, I mean, he's turned on. I mean, I feel bad because, like, you know, Paul and Peyton and Lou, you know, should have got some consideration. But 2 weeks ago, when everybody's thinking about, well, who they're going to vote for, we were 6 and 8. You know, you don't, losing teams, you don't get that many guys on it. You know, and you make a late run, a lot of guys already got their minds made up. You know, and if anybody watched Peyton play against Washington, you know, he's all conference. You know, but you know, if anybody watched Paul against, you know, Washington State, you know, and so, like I said, it's we've had a lot of guys make it when we've had really good years. You know, Joe Young that was kind of a controversy, but he had a great year, but we won. You know, and so when you finish first or second, you're going to get more people on. Like I said, 2 weeks ago, it didn't look like we were going to be in anybody's conversation. And so I think a lot of our guys lost out because of that. And I feel bad for them because, you know, you like to be recognized. And I think we had some guys that were worthy of it. But as I look at the list, you know, you just can't take away, you know, the other guys had great years too. You know, it's a crapshoot. It is what it is. But you know, the last 4 games, we've really picked it up. And I think people probably have a different perception of us now than they did 2 weeks ago.